Hello and welcome to Titanium Taros Tarot, and today I'll be doing a reading for Scorpio, okay? So this is for any placement you have a Scorpio in your chart. If you do, great. If not, great as well. You probably have a message in here for you, so keep an ear out. And if you are a cross watcher, I welcome you with open arms because heaven knows I was a cross watcher for many a video myself, so I get you and I got you. Now, I will be mentioning the decks I use as I use them. If not, they will be in the description box below. And with that being said, my gorgeous and fellow Scorpios, because I'm a Scorpio myself, let's get into your cards. Yeah. So, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Scorpios, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Scorpios, my Scorpionis. You have the Prince of Winter. Prince of Winter, which would be the Knight of Winter. Knight of Swords, I mean. Alright, so please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Scorpios, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Scorpios, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides. And you got the Hermit, Virgo energy. So, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Scorpios, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Scorpios, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides. And you got the Ace of Summer. Now that is representative of Cups. Water element. Water. Sign. Excuse me. Okay. So, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Scorpios, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good. And you got the Prince of Autumn. The Prince of Autumn. So those are it for the tarot cards. The deck I used is called the author is Radleigh Valentine, and the deck is called Radleigh Valentine's Fairy Tarot Deck. It's like I've gotten used to saying it in one specific way. If I say it some other way, I can't say it. One moment, please. So, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Scorpios, please come forward and clarify the Prince of Winter. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Scorpios, please come forward and share about the Prince of Winter. Please, angels and guides. And you got Sylvanus with Geo the Slow at the bottom of the deck, followed by the Journeyman. And the fairy who was kissed by the pixies. Yeah. Okay, so now next card you have the Hermit. So please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Scorpios, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Scorpios, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. And you got the Piper. Piper with the Singer of Initiation at the bottom of the deck, followed by the Bright Mother, as well as the Master Maker. Ooh. And the Death card. And Iris of the Rainbow. And Mikkel Muckle. I'm starting to like every single one of these cards. I'm taking them all. But no, I will stop at himself. I won't take that one. Okay, so please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Scorpios, please come forward and share why the Ace of Summer is here in the upright. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Scorpios, please come forward and share why the Ace of Summer is here in the upright. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Scorpios. And you got Luatas the Wild. Yep. With Honesty at the bottom of the deck, as well as Lattice Moon's Daughter and the Singer of Courage. Yep. You can even add Luminous Doom. So, please, angels and guides, anyone with the highest good who has a message for my Scorpios, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Scorpios, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. If my cards stay ruly, that would be nice. Maybe that means something. Maybe you have some unruly people in your life at the moment. Or, I don't know, maybe you are unruly. Could be vice versa. However you see, however it sticks, right? So, one moment. I'm having issues with money lately, so, and that generally means that there's big change afoot. So, please, angels, Arbal Parrot wants to pop out. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Scorpios, please come forward and share why the Prince of Autumn is here in the upright. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Scorpios, please come forward and share why the Prince of Autumn is here in the upright. And you have Tom the Poet, the romantic, with himself, as well as the Green Woman. Yeah. And I would even add the Glankener, just because there's something that is said in Town the Poet as well as this card. And he of the Fairy Sword. Yeah, excuse me. Flatulent noises in my mouth. I find it funny. It's hilarious when I feel like things are getting a little too serious. I need to make a joke. I do. Don't mind me. Alright. So the first card you got is the Prince of Winter. Now the Prince of Winter talks about is an intellectual, determined, focused, and impulsive individual. It says, seek out an intellectual solution to your problems, the need to act quickly and decisively, sudden or unexpected sudden or unexpected changes. What did I mention about my knee? Changes are afoot. Sudden or unexpected changes. And I'm a Scorpio moon, so I'm like, what does that mean? What type of changes? Let me know. And now the cards clarifying that are Sylvanus, which talks of truth, cutting through deception, and gaining clarity. Right? Though it will take a little bit of time, because now you have Geo the Slow, which talks of cycles of time, slowness, waiting, patience. So this change that is afoot might take a while, but I feel like it's been a while coming, if you know what I mean. So that might just be the it's gonna take a while portion of it. So the next card is the Journeyman. Now the Journeyman talks of adventure, independence, polishing of skills, and travel. Alright? She's amazing. You're moving forward, and that movement forward is gonna is gonna allow you to feel like the fairy who's kissed by the pixies. Notice how everyone on this card is happy, smiling, glee, and joy, and they're beaming, right? So that is what I get for you. Next, you have the Hermit. Now this is Virgo. This is the Virgo card, alright? Now, the Hermit says, find or be a mentor. Take a break from society, a commitment to your spiritual growth. Haha. Things, like I said, they're moving forward, yes. And they're also, not only are you moving forward because there's movement forward, but they're really moving forward because you found a mentor, or you are being a mentor. Next, you have the first card clarifying the Hermit is the Piper. Now the Piper, okay, talks of music, order, harmony, seduction, and empathy. I feel like you found the order that you would like to follow. You found the person you would like to follow, right? You found your mentor that you are following diligently, like an apprentice. Next, you have the Singer of Intuition. No, Singer of Initiation. Now, the Singer of Initiation, alright, talks of passage through trial, triumph, new level. So you have upped your game because you have now started to study under a mentor. Next, you have the Bright Mother. Now, the Bright Mother talks of creativity, productivity, nurturing, intimacy, and sheltering. Now, the word sheltering is standing out for me. Make sure that you don't shelter yourself from the necessary steps that need to be taken. Like a mentor shelters you from the steps you don't need to take yet because you're not ready. But make sure that you are not keeping yourself separate from that. Or, if you want, everything that you do, alright, basically is sent through your higher self, and everything your higher self guides you towards is basically allowing you to, is when you should do it, when it's time for you, when you don't feel ready. That's a sign that you shouldn't. But make sure that your ego is not the one telling you don't do it, and it's actually your higher self, right? Then you have the Master Maker. Now the Master Maker, alright, talks of skill, craftsmanship, magician, moral strength, and invention. So if your ego, or if you're, so in other words, I know I'm not saying something, but basically if your higher self is telling you to stop, it's actually asking you, it's telling you to gain moral strength, because the better thing is coming for you, alright? And for those for whom this is more resonant are the words skill, craftsmanship, magician, and invention. This is that part where your higher self is going, go for it! You know? Then you have the Death card. Because I feel like once you embark on this journey, something within you needs to pass away in order to make way for other stuff, right? Yes. Other things that are more important to you. Other things that are more important, and also that will bring you much more hope for the future. Alright, because you are now becoming more appreciative for what you already have, the blessings in your day that you are seeing, that you are perceiving, that you can take a part of it, not take a part of it, but you can relish in them. Alright, now the next card is the Ace of Summer. Now the Ace of Summer talks of open your heart to love, the beginning of a new intimate relationship or the rebirth of a current one. the awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies. Generally, I feel like this is talking of this week, for the coming week. Okay? So, something might happen that will be very emotionally uplifting. And know that everything that is happening is meant for your highest and best good. So if, I don't know, it's all meant to make you stronger, better, faster. Okay? So the first card clarifying it is Luathos the Wild. Now Luathos, alright, talks of haste, impulsiveness, fire, spontaneity, and balance. So basically, all the things, what did I just mention? I mentioned something that might happen that would seem amazing, and maybe you might want to go into it with haste, but I feel like whatever it is only meant to balance your energies out in order for you to learn more and to grow as a soul, so that you can, that thing that you are waiting for and that the ultimate goal that you want can come into your reality. I hope this makes sense. If not, ask. Next, you have harmony. And by the way, for that goal, that last thing that you want to create, okay, I would suggest you concentrate on what you want to feel, not what it is you specifically want. Okay, because what you specifically want might not be exactly what will give you the emotion that you want in reality. No, like, you might manifest it and then all of a sudden you might be like, this is not giving me the emotion I wanted. I don't feel great. So, you know what? I might not want to actually continue in this, which is fine. You can then change what you want to manifest, and that is what you're going to do. Next, you have honesty. Now, honesty is you being honest with yourself in regards to if you want to keep this manifestation in your reality or not, right? Then you have Lattice Moon's Daughter. Now, Lattice Moon's Daughter talks of light, chaos, and shadow, spiritual epiphany, light, chaos, and shadow, spiritual guidance, illuminations, riddles. And like I mentioned, okay, you can change your mind afterwards if you don't want it. But it is only after you manifested that you can actually decide, do you want to keep this in your life or not? And I feel like that is what this is saying. You're going to manifest it, and that's when you will get the spiritual guidance that will lead you to see if you want it or not. That's when you can change your mind, right? Because I have someone I want to attract, into my reality, but because I don't know if I really, really, really want this person, I'm not, 100% decided yet. So I'm just like, well, I just want to talk to this person, and then we'll see after this point. So, next card is the Singer of Courage. Now, the Singer of Courage talks of bravery, sublimation of fear, and moral strength. And I feel like when you do manifest this, you are between two worlds. You're deciding, do I want this or do I not want this, right? And I feel like in both cases, it will demand some semblance of courage from your part. Alright? Now, I feel like for those of you who have manifested this and you're like, but it's not what I want, and then you get into self-pity, self-destruction, self-defeat. You're like, but it's not what I want. Why was this what I wanted? But why is it not happening? This reminds me of what happened to me a couple of years ago when I met a karmic of mine, and I was convinced since a couple of years that this is the emotion I wanted to attract in my reality. And then I finally attracted it, and then lo and behold, it wasn't the emotion I wanted to attract in my reality. So I became self-destructive, self-defeated, I felt self-pity. But at the end of the day, after a year and a half of self-defeating mentality, self-defeating thoughts. Alright? I was like, you know what? If he's not coming back, why the flip should I still be like pining over this asshole? Why? And that's when I decided I need to take care of myself. Since he wasn't going to do anything for that. By the way, no one's going to take care of you. The only person that can take care of you is you. Not to say that you will not allow them to be in your life and to kind of give you a sliver of happiness, that is fine. But to completely put your happiness on their back, girl or guy, do not do it. Please don't do it, okay? Just don't. It is actually quite demeaning when you figure out that they don't actually care for you as much. Demeaning, kind of breaks you down. That is one of the reasons why I was so self-defeated, self-destructive, and self-pitying, because I fell for a guy who wasn't falling for me. And apparently, he's on his way. And I'm like, you know what? No. I actually did another reading today, where in the middle of the reading, I was like, oh, hell no! Oh, no, 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 that asshole. Well, I didn't actually continue that. I didn't say that, oh, no, 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 the asshole. I just said, oh, hell to the no. Out of the blue in the reading, I'm like, oh, well, sorry. That made me think of something from my past. And I'm like, please, nay, don't you dare do this. Well, I mean, if you do it, it's probably because you needed to do it in order for you to grow and expand as a soul. But if you don't have to do it, don't do it. Just don't. I could have avoided it, but I feel like it had such a big impact because I lived through it. And now, yes, and now I feel like I'm better off without that person in my reality. Now, the next card, alright, is the Prince of Autumn. Now, the Prince of Autumn talks of is a dependable, protective, chivalrous, and humorous individual. Okay? So, that, at the bottom of the card, it says, cautious but wise action, meticulous attention to detail, kindness to others. I feel like you've learned your lesson and you're like, oh, hail to the nay. Well, at least I am. I don't know about you. But you're like, oh, hail to the nay. You asshole. You are trying to get back into my life and into my pants. Oh, hell nah. 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 I feel like that's what it is. You're paying meticulous attention to detail. You're cautious and wise in your actions. You've learned your lesson. At least we've learned our lesson. They're like, what, bitches? Sorry. Excuse me. Okay, and the cards clarifying that are, and I feel like now that you're like, oh, hell to the no, boyfriend, nuh-uh, you ain't coming into my reality with that attitude, because that now you're attracting the better partner. Now you're attracting the Prince of Autumn, the dependable, the chivalrous, the protective, the humorous individual. Yeah, girl, or yeah, guy, get it. As my sister says, get girl. Or I have another friend who would say that all the time and made me laugh. So, you are attracting Taum the poet. Now, Taum the poet is a very erotic energy, laughter, it says not getting into serious mischief, and clear sight as well as poetry. You're attracting a slightly more serious person, but who's not that so serious, you know? Know what I mean? As well as a person who embodies, himself energy. Now, himself talks of natural law, life force, shamanic powers, and magic. So, it is amazing what is going to happen. You are going to tap into life force, you're going to tap into your magic, the natural law. You are going to be so much more elevated in what you attract and what you hold onto. Okay. Next, you have the Green Woman. Now, the Green Woman talks of natural magic, expectant gratitude, wildness, and untamable creativity. I'm not sure if Libra, Aquarius also had these. I feel like they did. But all I'm saying is that my gorgeous Scorpios, this is what you're attracting. You're attracting being able to tap into the natural law, being able to to manifest what you want, because you are expecting. You aren't just wanting, you're expecting. That is the key difference. In manifestation, don't want, expect. Okay? Because wanting will only keep you wanting more. But if you expect, that will only keep you expecting more. You know what I mean? Now I mean. Next you have the Glankener. Now the Glankener talks of illusions, delusions, lust, projection. But at the very end, it talks of clear sight. So you now clearly see what you need to do in order to attract what you want into your reality. Even though it might take a little moment for it to come in, but it will definitely come in if you know the right steps. Next, you have He of the Fairy Sword. Now, He of the Fairy Sword talks of active principles, spiritual will, justice, protection. So once you figure that little key nugget of manifestation out, that you should be expecting and not just waiting, okay? That is going to propel you towards what you want. It will be protective. It will be, you will feel like you have finally found justice. You're getting what you want because you have tapped into spiritual will. Yeah. So, my gorgeous and fellow Scorpios, because I'm a Scorpio moon myself, that is all that I have for you guys this week. If you like this and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and my prize. Now, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell to be notified when I post new stuff, as well as leaving me a comment, because I adore comments. I read them all. I might not answer all of them, but I absolutely read them all. And with that being said, my gorgeous and fellow Scorpios, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye!